tell us, has anything worried you in the last 3 weeks or so in the markets?
Firstly, happy Diwali to all of your viewers, all your team, both of you as well. Uh, I don't think I would be worried. It's hardly been a 7-8% kind of crack. But I think some people would be worried again who are looking at it, stocks that have corrected 30-35% from the peak. But most of these stocks had gone up 2 to 4x over the last 6-7 months. So for them, correcting 30-35% is not such a big deal. Whether valuations were over the top or what they were or what they are not is another story. But I don't think you should be unnerved with this correction. 5 to 7% corrections should be taken in market balance in your normal stride. So I'm not really worried about this. I think it's very normal. Uh, and I think what has derailed my thought process is basically the interest rate trajectory. I was expecting it to be very smooth on a downslide, but suddenly there again speculations have come back after the rate cut that maybe you will not see a follow up on that. I think that is one space on the macros which is a bit derailed, but I think over the next month or two we will get more clarity on that and more confirmation on the bias that most probably further rate cuts are coming down the line. And I think that's one jolt that is beyond my understanding, or which I'm not very happy with, or I had not anticipated. But otherwise, I think a 5 to 7 correction after the type of rally we have seen across the board, I don't think you should be very unnerved. I think the recent state elections that are to follow, whether from Maharashtra or from Jharkhand, if they throw up a good surprise, a positive one, I think then we could again resume a very strong rally. Q2 numbers, I think again you're not really expecting much, so the probability of numbers disappointing you big time is a very low key idea. I don't think there is a very high probability of that happening. But I think most of the growth would be bundled in the second half. Q3 could be a very promising quarter. Most of the festive season has bundled into Q3. Post monsoon activity pickup would also be there. So I'm very gung-ho about it. I think this dip gives you an excellent opportunity because from where we were, I think maybe year-end targets would be 10-15% only, calendar year wise. But now with this 5%, 7% fall, I think now you could be looking at 20-22% kind of rallies, and that's a very decent run up if you're looking at it over a say 3 to 5 month kind of horizon. And I think even the US elections would be over. So I think most of the overhangs would be over and would be over by November end. And I think the markets would preempt a very strong rally from here on, considering the type of input we receive on Q3. And our expectation is that Q3 and Q4 might be much better than Q1 and Q2. So we are really building our positions for a strong year-end rally.